I'm Trevor Beals from Limerick, Maine. This is my 1951 John Deere G. It was my grandfather's tractor, and he left it to me. It was his pride and joy. So we like to bring it out to the shows and show it off to people and let the kids sit on it and enjoy it, just like we do.
That's awesome. So this was your grandfather's?
It was.
Did you restore it? You did the paint, or was it already
no,
like this?
it was like this when he got it, and he enjoyed it when he had it, and he knew I enjoyed them all. I mean, he got me into tractors as a young kid, probably 3 years old. He had me sitting on tractors and driving them around the yard and around all his acreage, and this was one of his that he left to me.
That's great. Where is the G in the letter series lineup?
So the G is the second biggest in the letter series. It's a next size up from an A, and it's one size smaller than the D. The G is the biggest letter series row crop tractor. The D is more of a Wheatland style with a wide front end, shorter wheelbase and everything, but this is the largest of the narrow front end row crop stuff.
Great. And it's got the classic Johnny Popper two-cylinder engine right there.
Yep.
Just two big fat pistons moving back and forth.
A lot of people call them coffee cans. Coffee cans,
okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That is awesome. So now you primarily just take it to shows?
Yep. Yeah. So we bring it around and show it. We've tried tractor pulling with it a few times just to mess around with it and let it run. We like to do that. We use it out in the woods a little bit if we need a log hauled out of the woods or something. But for the most part, we like to bring it around to shows and let people see it.
Still putting it to work.
Yep.
What do you think about this generation of John Deere versus what they're putting out now?
I think this generation of John Deere was the best generation they made. I'm biased in that sense because this is what I grew up with. When I was a kid, my grandfather was a big two-cylinder John Deere collector, and I've never been into the new stuff. There's a lot of computers and a lot of stuff that isn't as simple as working on something like this.
Right.
I can, if something breaks on this with 3 different wrenches, I can fix it. And that's what I like the most.
Right on. Do you ever, so what year would this G be from?
1951.
1951.
Yep.
And still getting the job done.
Still getting it done. Yep.
Yeah. And it's 6 volt?
It's a 12 volt system, and we changed it over to 12 volt.
Okay.
But we kept the original style generator on it.
Okay, gotcha.
To keep it looking original.
Right. So now it's a 12 volt generator.
Yes, it's a 12 volt generator on it now. Yep.
Looks beautiful.
Yep.
Beautiful. Awesome. Well, thanks for sharing. What now? How many? So you have, this is just one of how many tractors you own?
One of about 25.
25. All John Deere?
No, we got a mix of everything. We got John Deere's, Farmall's, Alice Chalmers, Fordson, got a couple Olivers. But a lot of John Deere's and Farmall's.
So what makes you own so many? Is it for the mechanical appreciation, or is it something else?
Honestly, as a kid, it was a great way to spend time with my father and my grandfather.
That's awesome.
We'd pick up a tractor that needed a lot of work, and we'd spend a lot of time, the 3 of us together, fixing them. From the time I was 8 years old, being able to wrench on something, they'd show me how to do it, and I've always kept doing it. I've always liked it. It's been fun. I like seeing something that doesn't run and then be able to get it going. But mostly it was all just spending time with my grandfather and my dad.